So you know how Marvel Comics is weird? Here's a weird one. There's a guy named Simon Walterson, a former football player who turns charity worker after a career-ending injury. Has a wife, has a daughter, but unfortunately loses both. So Simon does what any grieving man with nothing to lose in 616 does. Start dabbling in worlds he's not prepared for. So Simon crosses a witch after not being able to pay her to get his daughter and wife back or see them, and ends up a frog. Eventually, he accepts his fate in life and ends up living in Central Park among the other amphibians, taking the name Puddle Gulp. For comics reasons, eventually, Thor is turned into a frog and is involved in a war between frogs and rats in Central Park. Puddle Gulp tries to help him, but after the events, Thor takes off. What Thor didn't notice was one of his goats, Tooth Gnasher, chips a piece of Mjolnir off the hammer. Puddle Gulp finds the sliver, is able to lift it, and becomes Throg, the Frog of Thunder, and the wielder of the mighty Frog Mjolnir. Yeah, that's kinda awesome. It's a hard name to pronounce. Frog Mjolnir. I think that's right. Throg isn't really one of those silly one-off creatures that's played for laughs though. He's taken apart some pretty massive superheroics unbeknownst to most of 616. In Pet Avengers, Throg joins Lockjaw, Lockheed, and a rotating team on multiple occasions. Once to find the missing Infinity Gems, once to help the Frog of Thunder find his place in the cosmos, and they've even held off the Avengers after helping Fin Fang Foom. Weird. You know, it's almost like they can talk it out. Hell, even Angela recruits Throg during the War of Realms to stop Nebula from doing Nebula dumbass things. During the climactic battle though, Throg is presumed dead, but has actually been flung so far out that he couldn't finish the battle, though he does find a new clan of frogs to protect. And also, if you want a little more of a happy ending after that rough start, Throg has had his sense of self shaken many times over the years, but ultimately it's Thor himself that tells him that not only does he consider the man turned amphibian turned demigod worthy, but they're brothers with kin. Sweet. And there's your little lore drop.